Yo, what is up guys? This is Pedro here, and in today's video I will be showing you guys some insane off-season workout videos from Chase Young, and I'll also be talking about why I think Chase Young will have a monster season for the Washington football team in 2021. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Also hit that like button and turn on that notification bell. It helps out a ton. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so we will first start off with the off-season workout videos for Chase Young, and then after we get done with those, I'll go into why I think Chase Young will have a monster 2021 NFL season. So let's get into those workout videos.
There we go.
Turn.
Okay, so those were the off-season workout videos. Now let's get into why I think Chase Young will have a monster season this year for the Washington football team, and maybe even finish top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting. So last year, obviously, Chase Young had a great rookie season for the Washington football team and won Defensive Rookie of the Year last season. You look at his stats, he had a good season, of course, played in 15 games, 42 tackles, 7.5 sacks, also had 4 forced fumbles, and was great in the run game as well. Got a bunch of tackles for losses, got a bunch of batted passes as well. Just had a great season overall, but I think he's going to have a even better season in 2021 because of a bunch of different reasons. First off, he was dealing with a couple different injuries last year, which really slowed him down. He had that hip injury in training camp last year, where he missed a few days of training camp, and then he was missed some more time later in training camp, and he wasn't really doing any contact drills for a while. And then he started off the season off strong. It was still hurting him a little bit, and then week 3 against the Browns, he had that groin strain, which took him out for the rest of that game and the Ravens game, and really slowed him down until about the Bengals game. And before the Bengals game, he said, this is the first game where I really feel healthy. And after that, he had a great, last portion of the season where he had 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and 1 touchdown. And that Bengals game was, I think, week 11 or so. So he had those 4 sacks in like 5 or 6 games, and he just was on an absolute tear after that Bengals game where he started to feel fully healthy. So I think this year, if he can go through training camp and the preseason and this season fully healthy, not only obviously will that help him because he won't miss any games, because obviously he missed the Ravens game and missed most of the Browns game, but he will also be healthy in the games and be able to produce more sacks. I think Chase Young this next season will have at least 12.5 sacks, might even double his sack total from last year, especially adding a 17th game this year. He might reach 15 sacks for the Washington football team. Another thing that I think is very underrated is that I think the edge rusher position, that position takes the biggest jump from year 1 to year 2. You look at Von Miller, you look at J.J. Watt, you look at Khalil Mack, you look at Myles Garrett. All of those guys had huge jumps from their first to their second year. So let's go ahead and look at their jumps. So Myles Garrett in his rookie year had 7 sacks, so similar to what Chase Young had, and then went to 13.5 sacks in his second year. So a big jump right there. Von Miller went from 11.5 sacks to 18.5 sacks. You look at J.J. Watt, he went from 5.5 sacks to 20.5 sacks from his first to his second year. And then you look at Khalil Mack, who, keep in mind, played under Jack Del Rio, went from 4 sacks to 15 sacks. And Von Miller also played under Jack Del Rio. So not only is edge rusher one of those positions where it's very common that these players have huge second year jumps, but also, Jack Del Rio has coached some pretty good edge rushers in Von Miller and Khalil Mack who had great second years for him. So I think that also will, play into this for Chase Young. I think he will have a monster year and have a big jump in his second year in this system with these teammates. I think also, I think John Allen and Daron Payne, yes, they had great years last year. Both were great in the run game, and they also did create some pressure, but Matt Ioannidis was missing. He was hurt last year, and they could have used him, especially the last few years. He was one of their sack leaders, had 8.5 sacks in 2019. So I think him getting some more interior pressure will also help Chase Young get to the quarterback a little bit more often. Chase Young, I am super excited to see what he can do in year 2, because I think as long as he's healthy, he's going to have a monster second year. And, honestly, there's a solid chance that he could double his sack total from last year. If not, though, at least go over double digits. Like I said, had 42 tackles last year, 30 solo tackles, 7.5 sacks, and 4 passes defended. And one thing that's also underrated, 4 forced fumbles. So he created 4 turnovers right there. That's another underrated part of his game. And also another underrated part is how good he is in the run game, because he's already one of the best run defenders in the NFL. I think he did a great job with that last year, and I'm excited to see what he can do this year, and I'm excited to see how he improves from year 1 to year 2, because there are still things he needs to improve on. He's going to add some more pass rushing moves to his arsenal, which I think will take his game to a whole nother level. And I think Chase Young, is also his second year jump will help this defense out a ton. So let me know down below in the comments section, how many sacks do you think Chase Young will have in his second year? And, do you think he has a chance to be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year? Because obviously, I think that's, will go to Aaron Donald or maybe even Myles Garrett. But after that, Chase Young, if he has a great year, stays healthy, and our defense is, top 3, top 5, like it was last year, I think he will have a solid, shot to be in the running. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Peace, guys.